G'day guys, and welcome back to Matty's Workshop. First of all, I'd like to make a big apology on my last video when I put the music in there and it's loud, and I really apologise for that. I didn't realise that I forgot to lower the level of it. I went back into YouTube Studio I thought you could edit it, but I can't work out how to do it, so I'll do it. Yeah, again, I apologise for that. I had a few comments about it, and I re-watched the whole thing again, and yeah, I was a bit pissed about it myself. So sorry about that. I think I might can the music in it, or just keep it very limited. If you follow me on Instagram, the last couple of days I've actually shifted Cincinnati into its resting place. Man, oh man, was that a job. I had the kids help me, and they done a bloody fantastic job. I can't praise them up enough. They done a bloody good job, and I'd be buggered without them in a lot of ways. So that's in its resting place. And if you also been following, I actually won the tool making competition, one of the prizes in that for the boring head. Honestly didn't think I was going to pull it off, but yeah. So everyone who sort of watched the video and backed me for it, I really appreciate that. And I want to thank Emma and Steve again for that as well. So I won the hardness tester files off, it was donated by Tommy from TommyGun Machining over in Tassie, and I'd like to thank Tommy a lot for that again. Very much appreciated. And as an added extra bonus, he actually threw in a set of plans for his broaching tool that he made and won with the tool making competition. So congratulations, Tommy. Bloody good editor you are, mate. You know your stuff, I can tell you. Now, I get lost doing this bloody basic editing. It takes me 3 or 4 hours to do a 20-minute video. I don't know how many hours you spend on it, mate. You do a bloody good job, though. Keep it up. I know I enjoy it. So then when Tommy sent the email to say that he's also thrown in a PDF of the plans, I got onto Glenn from Mancave Metals and ordered Glenn does up a kit of all the components and all the bits you need to make that broaching tool, and it's pretty good bloody price too. So I ordered that off Glenn, and I'm still waiting for that to arrive. It shouldn't be too far away. It's left Glenn's place. I think it's in Melbourne or somewhere now, but yeah, it's on its way. But I can't wait. So typical me. I've got some 4140. I'm going to make a start on at least make the backplate section to the broaching tool. It's going to be a little bit hard. Like Tommy sells these plans, and I don't want to give out the dimensions. So this video is going to be sort of a bit different, I guess, because I don't want to give out the dimensions. Yeah. It just doesn't feel right. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I've got the plans on the iPad, and I'll just keep referring back to that. I've got a piece chucked up in the lathe, and I've faced it off already, and I guess I can start machining it. So, well, the mailman's just been, and we've got a parcel from Tasmania. Bloody phone won't stay up. There we go. Got a parcel from Tassie. A set of hardness files from TommyGun Machining. This is the prize for the tool making competition. There we go. Going to be a very, very handy thing for the shop these, I tell you, because I've got a lot of mystery material that I don't know what it is. So thanks very much, Tommy, mate. I do honestly appreciate this, I tell you. This piece here is going to become the back plate, and I'll machine this down to the dimension. There's quite a lot of material to come off. Could do it in two ways, is make the back plate, then make a spindle come off that and press it in that way, but I want to build it all in one go. I know there's a lot of wasted material, but I think it's a better idea. So I've got a brazed carbide tool in here now. I left some material that I want to blend this into the bigger face here with a nice radius. So I've got them set at 350 RPM, slowed it right down. I'm just going to try and blend it in. I don't know if it's going to work. We're just going to want to chatter, because I end up having to put tail stock support. So I think with such a heavy chuck on this spindle, she's a bit touch heavy for it. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to give it a go. Okay, that radius turned out okay really in the end. It's not a large radius, but there is a radius there. This does have to come down a fraction. This outside dimension here by about 2 millimeters. So I'm just trying to think of order of operations here. I'm not even going to bother trying to part this off, I don't think, unless I part some, but often put in the power hacksaw and cut it off and then face it. Might even try that actually. Deep as I can go with that, but at least that's some off there anyway. Like without this little post, there's no way knowing you'd even think about doing that. Here we are at the Cincinnati mill. I've got this backplate set up in the vise. It has to be faced off at an angle. The way I done that initially was with a digital angle box to get it in the ballpark, and then I used a angle block then and indicated across the top to make sure it's running right, and also in the y-axis. So if that's reading 0 on the top of here and 0 in the y-axis, we're pretty good. So which we are. So you have to take my word on that. I've spent about probably 3/4 of an hour setting this up, just trying to make sure it's 100%. So I'm going to use a fly cutter on this. Fly cut that flat until that. So this is a high side. This is a high side, low side. So as soon as this comes into contact, I know I'm right. Then I have to put 4 holes in it. Then the 4 holes have to be in relation to the angle. I've touched off here. Got my dial set to 0 on the Z-axis. On the table, sorry, on the knee. I suppose that it would be the Z on this one, wouldn't it? It's got no quill. Anyhow. We're right to go. Just take a real light pass to see how it's going to perform first. Here goes nothing. God, it's nice to have a mill that's got rigidity. It's nice. Lightweight flat. Just raise the table 5 there, so this should be the final cut. Okay, time to tap this hole. Get a little bit of background noise. The lady next door is teaching the class. Run the home run in, last hole. Here we have the backplate. Bit of a confession, we have two backplates. Because I made this one, then I realised that 18mm shank, if you go to put that in the tailstock of the lathe is MT2. I'm going to have an MT2 to an MT3, then the collet chuck, which is sticking out this bloody far. So, and what I done is when I drilled these holes, I screwed up on the actual centre point right in the centre here, and it was off. So the holes are about 1/2 millimetre or so that way, offset to the centre. So when I discovered that, that's when I made number 2. And that's when I made the change to make it a 13mm shank, then it'll fit in the drill chuck. So that was the idea behind that. So we had 2 cracks at it, which was fun really, because then I had 2 cracks at using Cincinnati, which is even better. But pretty happy with the second one. I just made sure I certainly didn't screw them dimensions up this time. Anyway, to be continued when the rest of the, well, still waiting for the kit to turn up in the mail. So I know Glenn sent it, but it hasn't arrived here yet. Anyway, there we go. We got 2 backplates for the price of 1.